Hey everybody, welcome to the next video. Inside this video, it's going to be a little bit different than some of my other ones. I wanted to go over a Xerath game that I played recently inside of Diamond 2 Elo, where I popped off extremely hard, and I just wanted to go over it to maybe explain the thought process that I use when I play versus people, and just the things that I'm doing this game to make it so I can pop off so hard, still inside of a pretty high elo, right? So Diamond 2 definitely isn't, it's not Challenger, but it's still pretty high up there. So yeah, I just wanted to make a video on it. So we're just going to be basically going over my gameplay because it wasn't something that I recorded. It was just something that I was playing. So before we start the replay, firstly, I'm going to talk to you about the things that I don't really need to think about because I already know them, but something that maybe a lot of players don't think about if they just kind of play casually and if they want to improve their gameplay, which is basically almost every single champion has a goal in mind and abilities they need to land, obviously. And a lot of champions have different goals than others. To make it easy to understand, obviously, playing versus a Cassiopeia, her main damage is basically landing her poison. As long as you dodge the poison, you should be in a pretty good spot to actually duel her. So that's an easy goal to understand for a lot of people. Versus Cassiopeia, you just don't want to get hit by her poison, and you should have a fine time. So we're playing Xerath versus Sylas. I have Barrier, I have Dark Harvest, so I'm basically taking smurfing runes. Obviously, normally you go Comet and stuff. But playing versus Sylas, melee versus ranged, there is one big factor, in my opinion, that makes it so Sylas can win, which is landing his chain, or his E2. Some people call it as well. So as long as I don't get hit by that, I should be in a pretty good spot. Besides that, you have to think about what he's maxing first. Some Sylases max Q first, then you don't want to get hit by the Q. But besides that, that's what I'm thinking about this game, and we can just jump into it. Am I? Oh, it seemed like I was moving kind of fast there. So I'll pop up the scoreboard now and again. I started with Doran's. I think Doran's is pretty good start for Xerath. The reason why I don't take TP is because I think that Xerath has a pretty easy time shoving out the wave, so it's not really necessary. Maybe in some matchups it's not bad to take TP, like versus a Zoe or something that can also shove very quickly and punish you, but I don't think he can punish me pushing out a wave and kind of resetting whenever I want. I feel like I'll be able to last in this lane up to level 5 and do just fine. First Q landed. Normally when you throw your abilities at people, you kind of just follow their movement sometimes. Right here, he was kind of going for a creep, so I threw it somewhat downward and once again landed it. So it's kind of hard to explain skill shots, but sometimes you can kind of read people's movements. And I might be pausing this video quite a bit. You can see he's looking for E here, right? He's looking really hard. He lands it, it's whatever. I actually stand in place and continue autoing him. This is extremely important. Use my Q auto on the way out. Remember that level 1 champions, especially like Sylas, they use their ability and they're done. He is done for a long time. You don't want to back up sometimes. You want to harass them on the way out. If you're playing versus a Fizz, it's very scary, level 1, if you get hit by his E, but that doesn't mean you can't hit him on the way out as ranged, right? He just used his E there, by the way, so that meant that when he went back in with the chain, which is a lot of things Sylases do. A lot of Sylases will jump away with their E and chain back in. So I just popped my W immediately where he was going to chain onto, which was a minion, to grab it. And I was able to get a good hit on him once again. So it's very small stuff, but it adds up very quickly. Once again, he used his E, so I know that's down. So there's basically no danger in this lane right now. I know his E is still down, plus Dark Harvest, I guess, just came back up, so we got a good hit there on him. I'm playing towards the top side because that's where my ward is. You can see that I'm kind of hovering up there. I don't really know where Jarvan is, so I'm not like super confident in just running straight at him despite him being kind of low, because if I do get ganked, there is a potential of being CC'd hard enough that I die. We see where Jarvan is, so I'm going to go immediately. You see how I just shoved in the wave, so it's crashing underneath this Sylas's tower. And I'm going to go try to help my jungler here. So basically what's happening is I pinged that I want assistance here. You can see it on the map. And then we have the jungler starting this, but our top laner is also underneath this tower. So he's in a pretty similar situation as this Sylas because I just shoved him. So even though I have first move, top lane also has first move here. And also, if you were wondering about the barrier, I just think that the instant health is more important than having heal. And sometimes people have ignite and stuff. So I just think it's more valuable. So basically, I'm trying to make it so Sylas rotates here. I was hoping Lee Sin would maybe be around, like if he brings this Scuttle Crab downward. Here's my plan. I want him to bring the Scuttle Crab downwards. If Sylas rotates, I want to stun him, and Lee Sin follows it up and just immediately kills him. That's the plan. I don't think that's what happens, but that's currently the plan. And that's what is kind of going through my brain inside of these scenarios, always thinking about like, all right, how can I play around my teammate's champion to give them a lead? Because unfortunately, the League of Legends, as it's evolved over everybody basically improving over the years, because like obviously like me now, if I was able to play back in season 3, I would basically be Faker at this point. Everybody has improved so much to the point that inside of higher tiers, people are actually good at the game. So a lot of times it's about team play, and I have to play around my teammates. So he's fighting this guy. Unfortunately, because he just took the Q, that means my plan no longer works here. And he's just going to have to run away. Flashes away. I immediately turn on the guy. I was standing inside of Fog of War. The Jarvan didn't really know where I was. But as soon as Jarvan used his EQ, Lee Sin flashed away, I was able to land my abilities on this guy. And I'll just play it out from here. Basically what happens is Jarvan gets so low that I want to try to kill him because he recently used his smite on the Scuttle Crab. And because he used his smite on the Scuttle Crab, that means that he actually has no healing. I flash away, and Jarvan flashes for some reason trying to go for me. I was able to land a stun plus W on the Sylas as well. I just stay kind of far back. I know that Sylas used flash here, or his E, and then I used barrier because I got afraid that Poppy would kill me. Even if Poppy knocked me into that wall, that probably wouldn't have killed me. But basically what happened there was Jarvan messed up his flash when he was trying to EQ flash me, dies to me, and then the Garen was kind of in their face, luckily. So when the Sylas went in, he actually committed on the Garen rather than me. And then after that, there was just nothing else for them to really do. So we see me and Sylas both get 2 kills, so it's a pretty even fight overall. Kind of sucks for my jungler and my top laner. But it is what it is. Let me move these as well because they're not in order. Luckily, though, because we shoved in Sylas and it was pushing towards him, this is actually bouncing back. Huge, right? That's very huge for me. Normally, when you shove in a wave and both of you leave lane, after you shove in a lane, it's going to go back towards you in terms of mid lane. It's not for every lane, but in terms of mid. So I'm trying to clear this wave the best I can. Tried to last hit it all. Didn't get that one, unfortunately, but a lot of these creeps are just messed up, so there's not really much that I can do. But luckily with the blue buff, oh yeah, for first item I went for Sork Boots. I already have blue buff, so I don't really have an issue there. And unfortunately the Sylas roamed and went bot lane because there's no reason for him to be mid at this point. Because I already was... I had a wave shoving towards me. He had nothing to CS, right? The wave was so big that if he stays mid, all he's going to be doing is standing and watching me CS. So it's better for him to just leave. So just looking for more Qs on this guy. Luckily, sometimes he's dashing into them as well. Once again, he used his chain. He has this pattern, and I'm kind of learning the pattern. He doesn't use his chain to like... He always uses the chain to go in on the minions for some reason, and I'm able to punish that. I am a little bit afraid of Jarvan ganking, but right now I'm chunking this guy so hard that it's not too shabby. Once again, hit him. He used his E, so I step up once again to land my W because I know that he has no E available. I guess Jarvan's here, but like, we can only hear it because it's a replay. I can't actually hear that he's on those Raptors right now. Just fishing for these Qs. Made him dash once again. Once again, he goes in, right? I go for an auto attack, and I immediately back off because I missed my stun. Maybe if I landed that, I could have done something, but unfortunately, it just barely missed. At this point, I am pretty low on mana. And right now, I'm looking for Poppy. That's clearly why I'm just running straight top here. But I see that she's about... Like, my camera movement is probably looking at this, and I'm like, alright, she's probably dead. So I don't bother ulting or anything. There's no reason to. Look for a Q. Doesn't land. I'm pretty low on mana. Probably I'm not going to be able to do too much versus this guy right now. So what's going to happen is I think that he's probably going to reset. So I'll probably just reset myself here. So I'll just use all my abilities on the wave. We see Silas is here on the mini-map. And I noticed this as well. So I'm going to start rotating over. Right here. Because this was going on for a long time. He could just E over this wall here. But he didn't. It was a really awkward fight, actually. Like, he goes in on this guy and he jumps away. And then I have to rotate all the way around because now there's a fight going on. While bot lane's going for somebody. Bot lane was going for these guys, so I used my ulti here to just help them finish off the Nami because they actually didn't have enough damage. And then right here, I go for the Xayah because she's really low. Go for an auto attack. And then this guy steps back up because I'm really low. I'm super low. Like, I almost died there. Landed a nice W to slow him and just killed him off with auto attacks before his next W or any spell was available because he recently used it on that guy. So I'm super fed at this point. I'm already 5-0. And I also had barrier, I think, at that moment, which made me feel more confident. I didn't need to use it or anything. I just back off here. I don't want to fight the Nami at all. But as you can see, like, looking at everybody's KDAs, it's not looking the best, but I have a crap ton of kills, and I'm able to probably snowball this out of control. Mostly just based off of being able to understand the Silas's movements and too many mistakes of using chain and lane. I was able to poke him out many times over, but also during most of my roams, I was able to grab a kill, which is super nice. Plus, I played most fights pretty well, I would say, as well. Maybe could have even went over bot play, but I guess we already went past that, so if you want to rewatch it, can just rewind the video, I suppose. So landing Q at this point is a pretty big chunk. I would say it's like, what, 1/6 of his HP, maybe? It's probably not 1/5. That's a lot. And Jarvan is mid, and I saw that. And honestly, I thought that he was immediately going to jump on me there. And that's probably a mistake by him. Right here, Jarvan showed up. He could have EQ'd ultied just to burn my flash immediately. And inside of Challenger, that's probably what would have happened. As soon as there's a play where somebody's overstepped by a tiny, tiny margin, they're immediately going to go for the play because they know that the timing for the person seeing and backing off is just... it's too short. So there's a bot fight going on, so I'm going to rotate to it. And what happens is Silas rotates through the river, and I knew that because I could see him here. So I actually don't show myself. I don't want to show myself here because I'm worried that if I do show myself, he'll turn on me, and we still don't see... okay, we did see Jarvan, whatever. But if he does turn on me and starts fighting me, I'm still Xerath at the end of the day. I can burn all of my cooldowns, and then I'm done. I'm not like a consistent fighter. I'm more of a poker. So I actually let him pass by me, and then once I see him pass by me, I ulti now, because now there's no chance of my ulti being interrupted. So now I can just help clean up whatever is happening bot lane. So I just look for the Nami, boom, get her, and then I don't even... do I even shoot my final shot? I already threw it. I threw it on her again, I guess. Just, and then I immediately back off, because I know Silas is around here. So literally did not fight the Silas... because I know that if I start fighting him, it's going to be bad. Now, this guy used his chain. This is important. Once again, I said basically the main thing for Silas is using his chain. So we'll see this fight here, right? Land a Q, land my W, landing an auto attack. And then I step up again. And I know that he is fishing for it because look at his movement. He's walking towards me. He wants to hit me with something right now. So I threw my stun out directly in his face, hit him Hit him with the slow, hit him with the Q again. Or almost hit him. And he's looking for me again. Once again, chain misses. So because the chain missed, I'm going for him. Land stun, and land everything and kill him off with an auto attack. So basically, as long as he doesn't land his snare, I will win his chain. And I was able to dodge it twice in a row. Or he also missed, I guess, if you want to say that he just missed. And also, one final thing here that's kind of small. I will rewind the clip. Hopefully it doesn't bug out. Oh. No, it does bug out. So we'll just go kind of slower here. So landed that. He dashes, steps up. I go for the auto attack and then immediately back away because I know that he's looking for it. I did a tiny sidestep, but it's probably not the biggest thing. I don't know if the sidestep actually got me there. But when he's running away and he sidesteps my first Q, I noticed that he didn't try to juke my E, and I'm wondering if in the heat of the moment, it's very easy to look at those replays and literally understand every single misplay if you know what you're looking for. But in the heat of the moment inside a gameplay, I'm sure that you guys understand it's like, whoa, there's actually a lot of things to be thinking about at the same time while also playing mechanically well with mouse movement and stuff. But it's very easy to look at somebody else's gameplay and look at all of their flaws because it's just easy to point out. I think that when I use my stun here, he thought that this creep was maybe on his side, so he didn't even juke at all. So I really felt that as if like he thought that maybe he was behind creeps here, so that's why he didn't use anything. If you're wondering why he didn't maybe flash. I think that he probably thought these creeps were his. It's a possibility. Or maybe he just thought he was out of range of my E. But once again, just got another kill, and we're getting extremely fed at this point. Right? We're already 7-0. Despite my team not really having the best KDAs either. So we see Jarvan's heading mid. I immediately back off because I know that I won't be able to kill him. Landed a stun, so did a little bit of poking, but like I just don't have enough damage to kill that guy. So, and I'll base and buy whatever I need. I'm guessing it's going to be a Ludens and maybe Dark Seal if I can afford it. The Dark Seal is just because I'm popping off so hard, so I want to get those stacks going. And yeah, you can see that we're still down gold, by the way. Unfortunately. So top fight's going on. I immediately start rotating to it because I have my ultimate here. You can see that it's up. Pop it, look for it. Was supposed to kill her, but she flashed away. That's okay. We at least burned her flash for our team, right? Normally at this point, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of roaming. If I have an opportunity to. If I can continue killing this guy, I'll continue killing him. I go for the wave here rather than for him because honestly, I think shoving him under tower is more effective at grabbing nice damage on him. Normally it's easier to kill somebody when they're going for CS, especially under tower, than it is for you to just only look for them and not for the wave ever. So I was able to just shove the wave under tower, and I think it'll be easier to land on him. Shove it out again, and now we have a big timing to once again roam, because we literally shoved in the wave extremely quickly. So he's stuck under tower farming, and there's something going on over here, so I'm going to start rotating to it. And you can see my Lee Sin's kind of losing right now. Landing some abilities, this guy's going for him. I'm just trying to get this guy, barely tap him with that, and now I'm running away. Pop my barrier, I still have flash available. I flash away while E'ing because you can buffer the E, and I'm able to land it onto this guy. And the Garen, who is literally running away and not protecting me at all, which honestly we could have, gets that. And then I now look for Bolt ult, but it doesn't work out. But I used my cooldowns pretty slowly there because I was trying to make him feel a little bit overconfident because I thought that we could turn. I looked for them, but they just back up. It's not really much I can do to catch them, so I just catch the wave instead, and I think I rotate back mid. Or I shove out bot lane and let Jhin go mid. No, it looks like I just head back. Yeah, but this fight inside of over here, I used barrier and then flashed away. And similar with Ari Charm, you can use your ability then flash. So what I did was I E'd and then flashed to make it so it hit the Sylas, and he actually flashed at the same moment, so it was pretty nice. I needed to flash away from him because he had the Jarvan ulti, or I mean the Garen ulti that he stole, so I was really scared that I actually was going to die there. And also I'm trying to get away from the Poppy, who is like over here as well. But yeah, the Garen also messed up. In my opinion, he could have helped me here, but he literally ditched me and ran all the way over here for basically no reason. He was full HP, and I mean, he's not the weakest, so I think he probably could have helped me even sooner, but at the end of the day, it still worked out despite his misplay. So once again, we have our ultimate available. I am taking Ultimate Hunter this game, so I still want to use it. And we're still behind gold, by the way. I am currently 9-0. And looks like they died top, both of them. So there might be a fight going on, so I'm starting to kind of rotate. The reason why I don't immediately rotate into this brush is because there is a chance that they could have vision control around here, and they're just waiting around river, and Jarvan can just ulti me and kill me because I'm flashless. Whenever I'm flashless and I'm playing something that literally doesn't have a dash, if you get Jarvan ultied, you should die, basically immediately. So I'm pretty scared. As soon as I saw them rotate away though, like this way, then I felt a little bit more confident that they probably don't have vision inside this area, so I walked towards that brush. Still a little bit risky, but less risky than when I literally saw nothing. See Xayah, I ulti, landed on her. Unfortunately, she just doesn't take enough damage because of the heal, and we can't finish her off, but it was a good look. And probably because of that look, we're just doing the dragon right now, because she's probably basing. And then they are not going to contest because Xayah is gone, right? So she had to base. So there's no way that they are going to attempt to even fight us at the dragon. Grab the blue buff. Thank you very much, Lee Sin. I see a bot fight is going on, so I just immediately start running there rather than going for mid wave because I felt like it was more important. I don't have my ultimate available, so I just have to run there. Landed a Q on him. Did enough damage that Lee Sin kick also killed him. And now I'm just going up and seeing if I can land anything. Missed that. There's feathers on the ground right here. I don't know why they're not showing up, but I didn't walk into them because I know she probably still has her E available. So I'm not walking into these feathers that are right here. That's why I'm standing over here. Not sure why it doesn't show. Lee Sin's going pretty deep for this guy. I'm pretty sure I don't follow him up because there's a Sylas that walked over this vision. So I'm like, alright, you can do whatever you need. Lux landed a good binding, so I was able to follow that up. My stun missed though, unfortunately. Landed a good Q on this guy. My ulti comes back up, so I just look. Go for Nami because the Xayah keeps dodging stuff. Land one good Q and land one good ulti on her to bring her low enough for my Q and once again pick up another kill. The Sylas was super low over here, so he didn't follow up anything. And once again, we're just picking up all these kills from like being super fed. The Sylas actually was sitting inside the brush here looking for Lux, and Lux once again landed a good bind, so I could just finish him off with that one Q. And now we finally have a lead, by the way. Finally, we have a lead. Yeah, despite this being D2 elo, like, a lot of people just make too many mistakes in, like, looking for things that they actually just cannot look for. Like, this is super risky here to just go for this Lux, even though you have that Lee Sin ulti. She's not really that weak, and she's not going to die immediately. Just because you don't really have the best items, so... Or maybe he should have just not dashed. If he used Everfrost first, there's a lot of different misplays also with, like, using his abilities. There's a chance, I didn't really look at it, but maybe he could have Everfrost and Q and then dash. Because just dashing onto somebody after a Lee Sin kick, he already got bound, so clearly that's a misplay. Somewhere he misplayed, because you should not be getting bound by Lux if she's face-checking you, right? So now my Q does like 1/3 of their HP, right? Because I'm so fed. I kind of back off here a little bit, not completely, but I'm kind of afraid of these guys. Just looking for them. If I land Q here, I'll ult because I know the show will get super low. And then I immediately try to run away because she used her wave to try to stop me. So what's cool about Xerath is that he's not really the best champion, but his AP ratios are crazy high. His W has a 1.0 ratio. His Q has like I think a 0.8 or a 0.85, might be 0.75, but it's above 0.7. So having a lot of AP is insane, right? That's when you start getting these huge damage numbers that aren't normally possible. Landed one good Q on her there and almost killed her. I actually knew she was pathing there. I should have went over it a little bit earlier, but she was walking this way, and then there's no way she would go top in any instance. You have to think about, like, if you're inside of Xayah's head, why would she just run straight top? What is the point of going straight top when there's no tower and there was no wave to catch? So I knew she would probably rotate through here back mid wave, which is why I'm walking right here to catch her off guard. So I knew that she was going to path this way, so we can just grab a free poke on her there. And then now I'm looking for Nami, seeing if I can land anything. Landed it, did about 1/3 of her HP. And now I'm just going to back off. I am pretty low on mana, and there's not really much to do right now. There's no dragon available. I don't really want to contest Rift because I'm pretty low on mana, if they are doing Rift, that is. And yeah, I go for the I upgrade my Dark Seal because once again, I'm so fed that I'm just trying to snowball this game out of control. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit for rotating back onto the map. These guys actually go for tower hits, which is so risky, right? Like, if you get hit by a single Xerath Q, you will die. The best way for the enemy team to come back into this game would be they 5-man, get vision control with Nami or Jarvan. Okay, Jarvan should have went sweeper. Not sure why he doesn't. But go anywhere on the map, sit inside of a brush, and just burn everything on me if I ever step up, which will probably happen. Dragon's coming up, so maybe get Dragon vision control, and whoever face checks, just immediately jump on them. You have a Xayah, you have a Nami. If somebody walks up to get vision control, Jarvan can EQ plus a Nami bubble plus Xayah, and they could probably burn somebody down. So that's probably their best chance of coming back in the game. Not hitting mid tower, where you're out in the open, I see you, and I'm fed as Xerath, right? So I just ulti the Nami here, kill her in 2 hits, hit that guy as well for another, like, huge chunk. Lux also ultis because we just have double poke, I guess. And I'm just going to continue following her, just waiting for her to not be able to run away anymore. Land a good stun. Lux landed a good bind. Hit that guy as well. Lee Sin actually hit a good kick there as well. Looking for a Q here. Lands it on Silas. He's trying to run away, but he probably won't. Oh, wait, no. He made a really good play here. All right. This is crazy. I flash and use my W because he has his E available here. In most cases, this would cause a player to panic and immediately go into my ability, but he actually sidesteps it and then E's away. So he actually played it basically perfectly, and it was extremely respectable that he did not panic when I flash W'd, because in most cases, people would panic there and just jump into my ability and die, which was my plan. But, yeah, these guys were just too far up. I literally just pressed my ulti key and immediately just killed them. Oh, there was a Jarvan there that we missed the kill on, unfortunately. Yeah, now we're 16-0. So, we're a little fed. We're a little bit of a problem at this point. I'm just waiting to see if anybody was going to step up here, but nobody does, so I just shove out the wave instead. I see something's going on over here, so I just step up, look for an E on Nami, just get her. And then the Xayah is around here. I figured that based off of her pathing, she would be like maybe backing this brush or around here, so I just throw out a random ability to see if I can land it and do, because she was trying to channel a reset. And then we just ulti to kill her. And then I just have my ulti, so I just throw them in random spots, because I didn't know what to do with it anymore after the kill. But, like, she's so deep in our jungle that in most cases, the only thing she can do is immediately reset to get out of it, because she can't run away, because she's so far away from her base that the only thing that she can do is reset. So I just was trying to stop that with my ability there, and luckily we were able to land it on her. And now we have Morello's. I just was trying to build whatever item I could. And we just head back mid. I have my ulti. No, I don't have my ulti, actually. Jarvan's around here. Landed on him. Land another one on him and get that. And they walk into my abilities there. My W did like 70% of their HP, so she just instantly died. And we just kill both of them pretty easily because we're pretty fed. And after those kills, they decide to FF the game. So, yeah, I hope that it was an enjoyable watch. It's always enjoyable watching somebody get so fed. I've never been this fed on Xerath in a very long time, especially inside of a higher elo, right? Because this is Diamond 2. If you guys want to see the stats, here it is, right here. So this is what it looks like for the post game. This is how much damage I did. And yeah, hopefully it was enjoyable and educational for you guys about what I'm trying to look for. And yeah, I did a little bit of pausing. I know some people don't like the pausing, but sometimes I wanted to do a little bit of over-explaining because sometimes it's just easier than just saying like I'm looking for certain stuff, and I need to go a bit further in depth to let you know like what I'm thinking about. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, drop a like on the video, and I will see you guys next time.